Hey, Casa Tobis, Pastor John here, and I want to talk about the lesson this week and what we're talking about and where we're going on this journey. So, we've been going with Epiphany, and like everybody is seeing things in new ways. And this week, we're going to hear about Jesus and some fishermen. This is my little fish bowl that I have. It's actually from Hawaii, and it's a nice fish bowl. And these fishermen are very, very discouraged because they're not catching any fish. And so Jesus comes and he tells them, you know what? Go back out. And they're like, there are no fish out there. We've been trying all day. Nothing. It's empty. No fish. And so Jesus says, no, just try again. And so they go out and they go out in faith that Jesus is telling them to do the right thing. And when they're out there, all of a sudden, they find that their nets come back and there is the fish. Oop, there we go, the fish. And oh my goodness, comes back full, full overflowing. And so what is the meaning of this story? Because then Peter is just like, oh God, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not worthy here. I was living in a way where I was just being sad and looking at how empty the fishbowl was, and I didn't even realize that it could be so full. And so Jesus says, you know what? You're worthy. Come follow me. And so he follows him, and there are two other guys hanging around, and they say, you know what? We're going to follow you too. So it starts a chain rolling from what is called living in scarcity and shame and unworthiness to living into abundance. Okay, abundance. And so one of the reasons why I have these beads here, you may recognize them as Mardi Gras beads, is we are also living, oh, there's a little baby. We're living into a time called Candlemas and the revelation that Jesus is the light of the world for everyone. And so it's sort of an entry into what in culture is called Mardi Gras season, where we start living into fullness, living into abundance, going from scarcity to all the wonderful things. Second story is from Isaiah, and Isaiah sees this huge vision of heaven, and oh my goodness, angels, but these really aren't like the comforting Christmas angels. They're kind of scary angels with fire and coals and all this, and this awesome God. It's like, oh my goodness. And he's getting the whole vision of it. And he's hearing like thunder and all this. And there's a voice that's like, I need to send somebody. Who should I send? And he pauses and he says, send me. Okay. And so even though there's this great scary scene and it just seems so impossible, um, he says, send me. And so that's the impulse that we're celebrating. Say yes. And even though you might be afraid of scarcity, might be afraid of the big, scary, daunting task in front of you, it's about abundance, fullness, saying yes. And because when we say yes, we discover Christ in Epiphany. So, as always, I want you to be well, be safe, be a blessing, live in abundance, say yes to all those hard things that sometimes scare you, and and don't be afraid. All right, that's it. Peace.